Welcome to Live, Let Thrive, a podcast about the Airbnb life, the share economy, and everything in between. Here are your hosts, Myka and Steve.
Hello. Welcome back
to another exciting episode of
Live,
Let
Thrive. What the heck are we doing, man? That's something new. We starting that now?
I guess so. And we are your hosts,
Myka.
Oh, Steve.
See that we did that, backwards, twist a hand, turn of whatever magic. I don't know what that.
We better fix that. Our new listeners will probably get confused.
Yeah, I'm Myka. What's up?
And I'm Steve, your gracious host.
So gracious.
Yeah.
How you been, man?
Good, man. Good. Another day, another dollar in the Airbnb world.
Another day, literally another day and another dollar, or multiple dollars.
Yep.
This is pretty cool, man. This is episode 25.
We are old enough to get a rental car.
And this is exciting for me because I mean we're it's a milestone. 25 episodes, dude. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 25 episodes,
and some of them are actually pretty good.
Yeah, you got some pretty good guests,
Most of them, subpar, but I'm just kidding. We had some great guests. We had some. We've learned a lot, and I'm glad y'all are still with us on this journey. I mean, more people jumping on as we speak, and that's cool. We hope to provide a good show for you, even though we don't know what the hell we're doing most times. But 25, dude, because, it goes 25, 50, 75, 100, we'll be there like shortly.
We'll be there real shortly.
And that's, and I told you, I got that 50 episode mark in my head. Because I told you, most podcasts, well, most of them die before that, but good, decent ones that get their traction, get their legs, for some reason, they fizzle out right around 50. That 50 mark is some kind of weird thing for podcasts, and they just disappear. Yeah,
that's weird. So we got to keep it fresh, keep it going. Keep the exciting guests is what really keeps it going. Like we had Peter Bayhuth, we'd have Jasper. We got pretty good guests on, so we got some more coming, and we'll keep it going, man. 50 is just it's gonna be nothing to us.
It's pretty sweet, man, and I'm excited to finally talk about Airbnb with you on a different level.
Yeah,
because I finally started up my Airbnb. After much, I'll clap too.
Episode 25, Steve is now a host.
I'm now a host with the most, and I just I was, even with this. It is funny. I'll go into it. Yeah, it's got some ghetto birds flying over. So we live by a hospital, okay? So I'm assuming it's a hospital helicopter. I don't know.
The military.
I just hope it's the
This was.
It's the military?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fort Worth base.
As long as they're not flashing no bright lights through my windows, Come out with your hands up. Anyways, so this is exciting for me because this is super exciting because I've talked about doing an Airbnb for a long time.
Yeah.
Aspired to do an Airbnb. Push came to shove with the first place I bounced out of. Everybody was like, just long term it, whatever. You get that guaranteed money. Oh God, I wish I would have Airbnb'd the first one, but I am where I am, and it's what it is. And so I didn't do it, and I jumped into the second house, my second house we bought, and we were there exactly a year before we bounced into this house, the third house we bought, and those whispers were in my head saying, just long term it.
Yeah.
Just long term it. It's easy. Find you a renter, get that guaranteed, $200 profit a month, and you're good to go, and then worry about, maybe on the third house you can Airbnb. Just those thoughts were creeping, especially while I'm scrubbing and moving from one house to the next. Scrubbing and trying to get the place cleaned and trying to set the furniture right and trying to think about what kind of beds to order for the Airbnb and what, oh God, I got to clean the fridge now. It's like all these things that I'm on my hands and knees scrubbing the floors, and I'm like, why don't I just long term this be, But I said, no, it's going to happen. I'm going to do it. I'm going to force myself. It's going to be, maybe I'll lose money, but hey, it's education. Right? Yeah, it's education towards something that maybe, that I'll fall in love with.
Yeah.
And thank goodness I did it. I'm happy, and those Airbnb dings going off are making me happy, and right away, man, I put it on Airbnb on last Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
And I put it for available dates starting that Friday. So, and right away that weekend was booked.
Wow.
And then, okay, cool. The weekend went through, and then another weekend was booked, and another weekend after that was booked. I was like, man, this is good and all, but and then of course the numbers started like dancing around in my head. But if I only rent it out on weekends, I don't know, man. It's still long term might be the way to go, as all these voices, creeping in. So here comes Sunday, right? Or actually Monday rolled around, because that guest left Sunday, and I said, okay, I got all the sheets out of there. I was gonna, wash the sheets, and Monday maybe bring them back to the. I didn't think anybody was gonna rent it during the week, and so Monday rolls around, and I'm at work, and all of a sudden, bing! Someone rented your place for the whole week. I have instant, Brooke. Someone rented the place from Monday until Friday, because I had someone else was there that weekend, and it said, and I was like, oh crap, it was 2:00, and my wife even texted me, did you see that someone booked the place for this week? I was like, yeah, check-in's at 3 p.m. and there's no sheets on the bed. She's like, I'm on it. I'll go to Ross. I'll throw something on there, because I'm washing the sheets right now, so I can't put these on there.
Yeah.
And I was like, and she's like, I'll go to Ross and get some sheets. And my wife's listening in the background. She's laughing. And she's like, I'm on it. I got this. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I'm like, wow. I'm glad I have someone to help. And that's cool. And she goes and gets the sheets, goes to the place, cleans it up, the rest. I mean, it was already pretty clean, but she did a little, little cleaning. And then she's putting the sheets, and I messaged the guy. It's like, oh, thank you for renting the place. By the way, what time you plan on getting here today?
8:00 tonight.
10:00 that night. He's from San Diego, so I guess he had to catch a flight to come this way. And I was like, as I told her, honey, you don't have to rush. Don't drive crazy. Don't do nothing stupid. He's gonna be here till 10. Oh, okay. But she still set up the beds. Got some comforter, which we need 2 sets each, at least 2 sets. Yeah. Our previous guest, the great Charles, what's his last name? Hawkins. He does 3. He does 3 sets each bed. And so I said, well, we do need 2 comforters for each bed and 2 sets of sheets, at least. And that way, whenever someone rents it, in that window, we just tear off the old ones, put the clean ones on there, and then we can wash those. Yeah. That next day. And so, anyways, I got that book this week, and the guest is there this week still. I got the weekend coming up, that's booked, and then I got most of October's already booked, dude. And I just started, and I'm just like, this is so cool, dude. And I was so scared. I was freaking scared, dude. I was like, I'm gonna lose money every month. I just bought this new house, blah blah blah. Long-term rental blues going on over there, and I was just thinking of all this stuff.
Like you said you thought you were gonna lose money, so. With the book weekends and the week being booked, have you already made your profit for the month?
I've made what I've profited this month. I've profited this month.
There you go.
And I didn't even use the whole month. So
how many days?
How many days are rented this month?
Yeah, already.
I think it's did it say 17 days? I think 17 days.
There you go. See, this is what I mean about how long term and short term are different. You've had people stay in your place for 17 days and you already made a profit.
Right.
Now, whole month, okay, you're going to stay there 30 days. I'm going to cash flow $200.
Right.
Everything here from here on out, it's already profit to you. You know what I mean? And you're probably going to make well over $500. You know what I I mean? In cash flow. Yeah. And you're just getting started. You're not even a superhost yet. Once you get that superhost status, it's going to come in, baby, clockwork. You know what I mean?
Even more.
Exactly. See, and I tell people that. That's the good thing about Airbnb. And then look at it. Remember how I was saying you're starting to see it firsthand. Now you get to actually go into your house, see it's clean, and then you don't have that in your head. I hope my house doesn't have a huge hole in the wall, things like that. You know what I mean? You're like, But now you know what's going on in your house, and you keep it way cleaner. It's a pro of it. That's
cool. And that like I said, I put it on there last Wednesday or whatever. And so it was okay. I either put it on there Wednesday or Thursday. Either way, the night before. Well, no. Okay, I put it on there Wednesday. I got a guest right away Friday, and I still had some things to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I had it where I could take pictures and stuff, but I still had to get into that fridge and clean it out, right? I still had to get into those pantries and get in there, and I still had to get a few dishes. You know, there were still things to do.
Yeah.
And give it a good scrub, you know, just in case. And so it was that Thursday night. It was the night before the guests were going to arrive on Friday. And I told my wife, I got to go straight from work over there. I'm going to do the final cleaning, you know, get everything, you know, sorted out. I'm going to tackle the fridge. I still had some things in the garage I needed to bring over, you know. Oh, plus I changed the locks. I put the code, the keyless entry, you know, the code on there, Schlag lock on there. And I had to change the locks out. And I changed from my garage. I put a 2-way lock. So that way they couldn't go into the garage. And no one can enter from the outside to the garage. You know, I put a 2-way key lock in. Cool. So, and just, you know, just for now. Because the garage ain't ready yet. Everything else, I told, you know, all the rooms, living room, everything in the house is ready. They just don't have access to the garage yet. That'll be the next phase. I had to get it, you know, I didn't have time because I got a guest so quick, you know.
Yeah.
And my goal is to get the laundry room ready in the garage. That'll be another step, right? I could charge more if I have a washer and dryer for them to use. 'Cause that's a big time thing, right? Especially the long term guests.
Oh yeah.
And I think I'll get more long termers that way if I have the functional. And they're in there. I gotta clear the garage out some more, and set up the weight room in there. I want to set up the weight room.
So, right now you're getting a week-long guest with no washer and dryer, none listed.
I don't have a washer and dryer listed. The good thing is there's a little buffer there between the guest checking out on. I think the guest is checking out on Monday, and they're not going to be there till Wednesday or something like that. There's a couple-day buffer, so I think I could knock out what I need to knock out in those few days and have that laundry room up and running by then. You know what I'm saying?
Because the question would be, because I'm considering taking mine down after that, because you're saying they don't even see a laundry.
They don't see it, yeah.
They don't even see it listed, but they're still booking like a week at a time.
And I heard your horror stories about about people taking advantage of that washer and dryer, you know, doing loads and loads and all that.
Yeah.
Or washing one shirt over and over.
Yeah.
And I thought that's not cool either.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can get those listings without it being listed, you know what I mean?
I might not even bother with that.
I'm considering taking mine down after talking to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because
this guy this week is here Monday through Friday, and I don't have washer and dryer for him to use.
Exactly. So, and plus, with you not being on site, you don't know what they're washing over there. They might be washing like some drawers and just one pair of drawers over and over. And no, I'm saying,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because you don't know, and then that drives up your costs because you're now paying, you know, your water.
The water bill, yeah.
Yeah, because I noticed when I was letting it, my water bill went up by like $15. Not too much, but still, it's a difference. Especially if I start letting everybody wash their clothes.
Yeah.
You know, so now that's interesting, man. I'm considering taking mine down.
Well, okay.
I'll go ahead.
No, that's I'm considering putting mine up because you're taking yours down. Yeah.
But another question, because you said your wife Lupita, she had to run over there, get everything ready. Are you guys blocking a day before and a day after on your reservations?
No,
you're not.
No,
Smart
right.
move.
See, right now, you know, we're getting her she's an esthetician, licensed esthetician. Remember? Yeah,
okay.
I told you. And so we're getting her salon here at our house, our primary residence, set up and everything, get that running. And in the meantime, you know, she's not working, so she has the time. She has the time to go over there and knock it out real quick. And she even told me, because I said, well, I put a $50 cleaning fee on mine, right? And I'm like, well, you know, you know, push comes to shove, a quick turn. I know a few people that can go in there, and they probably do it for around $50, maybe a little bit more, whatever. And she told me the other day, she's like, you know how you were wanting to hire someone to clean the place, you know? I was like, she's like, well, you could hire me to do it for $50.
Yeah, true.
Like, well, yeah, I'd rather give my wife $50 than you know, someone else. You know, that'd be cool. So she's cool with doing it, and I mean. What was that, mate? If we're doing really good, what's that, like 2 or 3 times a week? That's pretty decent money.
Yeah, because like on the weekends, me and Mahogany are the same way on the weekends. Like if we have somebody check out on like a Sunday, we'll just do it ourselves and pocket the $60 we charge for cleaning.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, pocket as much as you can.
Exactly. And so, and then she could still do her, let's say she could still do her esthetician thing, have appointments with clients. And I mean, even if she wants to keep in consideration that she wants to be the official cleaner of the place, you know, then she can just schedule all her appointments after 2 p.m. or after 3 p.m. You know what I'm saying? And still do her esthetician job, and then still be available in the mornings to go knock out, or afternoon to knock out a house. And then you know, just on those days where we can see on the calendar clearly, if someone asks, hey, Tuesday, blah blah blah, is there any I can get some, you know, facial whatever that they need. And she's like, well, after 3 I have availabilities, you know, and she could do something like that, you know.
You want to know a really good business idea? If she wants to get her esthetician license, what she could do is build up a whole business by doing this. Get really good at cleaning. After you get good at cleaning, find little small, because you both speak Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you speak Spanish. Find little small companies under you that'll clean for less than your cleaning fee. You start subcontracting them out, send them to clean, become a co-host, send them to clean other people's listings while you're sitting here at home doing your esthetician, doubling your money.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I do all types of stuff like that, man. Hey. Yeah, so like what you do is, if they're going to charge somebody, you might find somebody will charge $20 to clean your place. You charge 50, you take 30, you're making $30 while doing your esthetician work.
Oh, yeah.
You get 10 of those.
Subcontractors.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. She wants to promote also her business to the clients, give them like the day spa treatment, you know, for a few bucks more while you're there. Or, yeah, give them a good deal. And then, that's what Al Williamson was all about, right?
Do you leave your cards inside of your Airbnb?
I did leave one of her cards there, but like up high because I found one while I was cleaning. But I need to leave some business cards of hers over there at the Airbnb. So
I'm doing that when I get home. I forgot. I should have put those Live Let Thrive cards on each of my rooms on the desk.
Oh, nice.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Writing this stuff down.
You got to maximize as much profit as you can, and so that'd be cool. So she can incorporate her business, so we can both be doing our businesses and simultaneously.
Because I was telling you earlier, like last week when I was telling you put your place on Craigslist, corporate housing, we want to make as much money sitting on our ass. You know, so,
That's right.
you know, so that's what I'm saying. You know,
That's true. So, anyways, just how the house is set up right now. It's been booked almost every night since I put it on there.
Yeah.
And that's pretty darn good. Of course, I want to get in there and do more things to make it even better. The thing is it's like it's been booked up, and that's a good problem to have, right? And so and I'm thinking of getting a bigger TV. You know, I was gonna put some more kind of art stuff on the walls. I was gonna do some ins and outs, and but I haven't been able to get in there yet because people are still in there every day.
Oh, okay.
And the garage, like I said, and I thought about it too. Maybe I could just use it for a storage place for whatever, in case we want to jump off to start another Airbnb. And you know what? That when you told me last week, we talked about that lady that wanted to long-term rent your spot for ungodly amount of money. 5 months?
Yeah, for a lot
5
of money.
months for a lot of money a month. I mean, like double what you would pay at an apartment complex, maybe triple.
Triple, yeah.
And of course furnished though. And she wanted to come to town and rent a nice spot for a long period of time, and you would have made a lot of money. And I'm like, you didn't have an availability. I'm booked up till December, and I'm like, God dog it. And I was like, if you and I had, I was like, this is where you and I could jump in and grab something real quick, throw some furniture. Yeah, we got a place. We got a really nice place, and we got to get. That's the thing. And this is what I noticed when I'm trying to accumulate houses. Okay, boom. I found something. I'm in the closing process. Yet while I'm closing, I see all these other good deals popping up or whatever, and I can't do nothing about it because I'm stuck in this months-long closing process. The same kind of thing with Airbnb, because we want to get out there, put it 3 months ahead, get all the bookings we can. But when an opportunity like this pops up, we couldn't do nothing because we have the bookings, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if we had some kind of business model where we can go boom, 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 we got some high-end apartment places we know that, hey, we know the people there. We bring them donuts every Sunday or Saturday and chocolates. Say, hey, I might need to rent a spot here really quickly, furnish it really quickly, and get the Airbnb thing going. I'll give you a kickback, whatever. That we need to get on something like that because opportunities, when they knock, I mean, man, if you could have answered that knock, oh my gosh, you'd have been sitting pretty.
Yeah, because that was a nice little chunk of change. That was a nice little chunk of change. But and that's what I'm noticing. And that's why talking to Charles last week was so good because he's found his niche in getting these apartment complexes to do what he wants. But he's doing kind of like my route too. He's going to the actual owner and talking to him. One question I wanted to ask him was, is he offering them extra incentives for doing it? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like he's saying, hey, I'll give you $100, $200 more than what you'd get in rent. And you just, you know what I mean, give me the proceeds.
Right.
And so that's one question. But yeah, having something like that, that's a nice little chunk of change, man. And we could have threw her in something and been making that a month.
That's why we still, you know, you tried wholesaling for a minute, right? You tried wholesaling.
Yeah,
this is what it would be. This would be like Airbnb wholesalers. Because if we would have had our network together of fellow Airbnbers, somebody might have had some availabilities for this lady, you know, and say, hey, you got a place. I'm directing her to you. Give me a kickback. You know, you're still going to make a crap load of money, but just send me $500 a month off of that. And then we're all good. You know, I'm setting you up for 6 months, bro. That's a Airbnb wholesaling.
Yeah. I mean, we got to get there. That's because, I mean,
we got to think bigger pictures, big picture. You're renting out a room, renting out a house. Yeah, you're getting money, you're making your profits, but it's just this big ideas, you know. There's just so much room for, you know, for more. It
is, man. And things like thinking like that, that's how you go. Because especially when we saw that big number, we'll go ahead and share the number with you. It was $21,000. So
for 6 months.
For 5 months.
For 5 months.
$21,000 total. I was like, dang. So, and I was like,
put a down payment on another house to Airbnb out. Oh my gosh.
But like she did ask, hey, can I break it down month by month? And I'm like, dang, she's willing to pay almost $4,000 a month for, you know what I mean? I'm like, geez, that's crazy. But people do it, you know, and that market on VRBO is there. They will do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that was pretty crazy. I was like, dang, I wish we could have bagged that one.
I know, but so yeah, I was excited about starting my Airbnb, my very first Airbnb. You know, you always remember your first. And so I was there, but that night before the guest was getting there, I was on my hands and knees scrubbing every little spot I saw. And I was so tired because I worked, you know, I've been working a lot and moving, and I was just like freaking, I was so freaking tired, dude. And I was, you know, I don't know, maybe I was seeing things. Maybe I saw a spot over here and I jump on that, get down on that. And then I had to, I had to empty the fridge out, man. I emptied the freezer. I had all these bags and stuff of food to bring here. And the pantries, man, 3 huge boxes of stuff from the pantries. What are we doing with that much stuff? You know, it's just when you move, you know, when you move, you discover how much crap you have. And so, anyways, I got it all. I was at the house till like past 1 a.m. and I had to wake up at 4:30 to go to work the next day. But in my mind, I mean, I was doing this and it was such a grind, and I was freaking, oh dude, I was hating life at the moment. Mm-hmm. But at the same moment, I was loving life because I was like, this is something I'm doing for me. Mm-hmm. This ain't me, them making me work till, you know, 1 a.m. at work to finish some big thing, big project, and I'm hating it and I don't want to be there, this and that. I'm busting my ass for me, for us, for me and my family. And I felt at the same time, I mean, it just powered me to finish and to get it done and to get it pretty and to get it going, man. And that was the coolest feeling.
I had a guest. He stayed at one of my private rooms, and he came in real late, and I was still up, and I was on the computer working. And he read my profile. He's like, man, I see you run a podcast. You have a podcast. You have a bunch of properties listed on there. And he's like, man, he goes, my wife wants to be an entrepreneur. He says, he sounds like you have that mindset. I was like, yeah. And he goes, I was telling her, man, becoming an entrepreneur, man, it's not as easy as you think it is. He goes, it's countless hours. He goes, those 40 hours a week, they turn into 60 and 80.
Or
and I'm like, man, you're right. You know what I mean? He goes, man, I told her they turn into, because he's an entrepreneur himself. He does photography and everything else. He's like, man, they turn into those 60, 80 hours a week. He goes, you find out what you're made of when you become an entrepreneur and you go into business for yourself. He goes, he goes, in the long run, yeah, it can turn pretty. You start hiring people out to do certain things. He goes, and once you're there, he goes, that's what everyone wants at the beginning. He goes, man, you got to work for that. And I was like, yeah, man, you're right. You know, and we talked a while, and he's an entrepreneur himself, and that's just what you're getting into, man. That full blown entrepreneur.
Yeah, and I always hear that. You know, of course, the podcast we listen to, real estate or Airbnb or whatever, and they say, yo, outsource as much as you can, do this and that. Be a business owner, not, or what is it called? The
business owner and not self-employed.
Not a self-employed or whatever. But yeah. And you are, let's say, working 80 hours to not work 40, like they said, But even in that grind, even when you're doing that, you're busting your hump, working all those hours. The fact that you're doing it for yourself, for your family, makes it like all worth it. It makes it more tolerable pill to swallow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
And so, I can see getting there to that point, blah, 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 where you have your hands off and other people run it for you. But even like, did you ever listen to the Grant Cardone, whatever?
No, I still listen to that.
Okay. Well, anyway, he's a big time real estate guy, mogul, worth $1 billion or whatever he's worth, $1 billion in real estate. And, but he's like, you're never going to be happy if you aren't living up to your potential. And he says, like, even if he could have stopped working a long time ago, but he's not meeting his potential. He's still busting and grinding and getting bigger and bigger just because he knows he can push himself to do more, to live to his potential. And I think that happens a lot with entrepreneurs. Yeah, you can outsource whatever, everything, but I don't think that always happens that way. You'll still move on to some other challenging project. Even the guys on Bigger Pockets, they talked about, I had enough cash flow. I was on the beach for a few months and I was just bored out of my mind, because I wasn't doing anything, and I think that's you're doing the work, you're grinding, but it's rewarding because you're building this thing, this empire, this whatever,
But like you said, I agree, but having the freedom to go sit on a beach for a month, that's what you want. You know what I mean? But so then you can take that month and then you can relax and be like, okay, that gives you time to relax, clear your mind, and then you can go reach that maximum potential. Because that's what the corporate world is, man. They don't want you on that beach to relax. That's why you work 8 hours a day, so you can't think. You can't think how to get out that rat race.
Yeah.
Like now that we both working those 80 hours to get out that 40-hour-a-week rat race, so we have time to think, homeschool our kids. You know what I mean? That's coming for us. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly. And I was just talking about it. I mean, I guess I'm in my office at work. I have a little I have an office there, like a 2-man office. So I work it's called inbound AOGs, parts coming in to DFW airport. To American Airlines. Yeah, I'm monitoring those, ordering the parts that we need. The other guy's doing the outbound. He's sending parts out to other stations, whatever. It's my job. But other guys come in there and visit with us and hang out. And I was training some dude. Older Puerto Rican dude. What's up, Luis? Anyways, I've already been talking to Joe about my plans and what I'm doing, and I showed him the house and everything. And he just started. He overheard me. He's like, "You're doing Airbnb?" I was like, "Yeah, you know what Airbnb is, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've stayed at him." And now I never knew anybody that actually did it, And I'm like, yeah, I told him what I was doing. I showed him the place. I explained it to him. This is what I'm doing. Instead of long term, I'm doing Airbnb. And he's like, wow, man, that sounds great. He goes, I live I could like walking distance from the racetrack. He lives, the racetrack over there
Worth.
In Fort Worth. Yeah, the Texas Motor Speedway. I live walking distance from that place. And every time that comes to town, all the hotels are booked up. They're charging, $500 a night, all this stuff. And he goes, I live right down the way. And I was like, well, what do you can do it, man. You definitely can do it. You don't have to do it every day to be an Airbnb, or, you can just do it certain weeks out of the year. You don't have, just a little extra income, good income. And I was like, you got extra room or something? He goes, yeah, we got a couple extra rooms, but and all the dudes that I've talked to say this, there's no way my wife would let someone in the house, I'm like, well, I mean, if you don't want to do the whole house, and I suggest starting with the room, with one room, and just see how it goes. Your wife she might be okay with it, and she might see, I thought about Mahogany right away. Mm-hmm. She sees that money coming in. She sees that it's not really that big of a deal. They just go there to sleep or whatever and do their thing, shower, and they're out the door. They're at the race all freaking day. And you probably won't see him until the nighttime. They go inside, and I told him just have like a remote lock or something. I was just telling him, man, and he's really fired up, dude. He's inspired. Just hearing me talk about it, how inspired I am. Yeah, he's all fired. Oh man, I talked to the wife about it. I don't know if she'll let me, but we're talking. We already talked. I got the conversation started, and I'm like, yeah, just try it, man. I don't know, just try it. If you don't like it, I said you can choose your guests. You can see. Who you want staying there. If it's like a creepy dude, you're not, safe with, and you don't have to, you could choose whoever you think's, who got good reviews, this and that. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, man. Because everybody thinks that an axe murderer is going to stay there and murder them all, Seriously, what if an axe murderer rapist is going to... Axe murderer rapist. But it's funny, but they really think that way. Really they just see the Airbnb stories online or the news.
That's people's mentality. They see that online and reviews. And
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny. You said, like, he asked about his wife. An interesting headline I read today on Bigger Pockets. The guy wrote, how do you get your wife to agree to house hack?
It's exactly.
So I noticed that's people's biggest concern. And when I started reading it, like 10 people on there told him, hey, just start Airbnb-ing out a room so people aren't there full time, and she gets used to it. If she likes the income, you can start doing it full time. So I think Airbnb, I think that's the way to go for the getting your wife on board. Just let her see how it operates. She sees it's not a big of a deal. Like another thing Mahogany saw was she gets to meet people, really interesting people. And I always tell people that's one of the coolest things about Airbnb. You meet some people you would not otherwise meet. Like I met a real estate broker. He's like, hey, I'll give you an 80-20 split on anything we do. And I'm like,
dang.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And he's now a partner for life. Plus he's a Cowboys fan, So, hey, it works out, It's one of the cool things about Airbnb, the people you meet. Definitely.
And that's one thing. With my house, I'm renting out the whole house, right? Mm-hmm. And I live here in Arlington, which is only a 15-minute drive away. I told him, if you need anything, let me know. I can get you whatever. I'm here for you. I'm right down the way. And so far, that the first guest checked in. Like I said, they got here late, that night. Mm-hmm. And the only thing they asked me is, hey, we're getting here at 10:30 tonight. We're a good place to eat, this and that. And I said, well, it's kind of late, but maybe you have to resort to a sports bar or something like that. And so they said, oh, okay. And I named a few restaurants. And so I didn't hear from them. Mm-hmm. And I didn't hear from them until Sunday morning when they were going to check out. And when they said, hey, I'm getting a haircut. And I was wanting to take a shower. Is it cool if I stay until 12:30? I didn't have no one coming in, Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, man, that's fine. That's cool. Oh, okay. Thank you. And so, what's up?
Keep going.
Okay. And then so, but we didn't go over to the house till later that evening, whatever. Mm-hmm. We didn't have any, we were in a hurry to get over there. We didn't have nobody staying that Sunday night, right?
But you're not blocking dates, right?
No.
But you have Instant Book on?
Uh-huh.
Be careful doing that. Me and Mahogany got in a situation where somebody Instant Booked. We let these people stay. So as soon as they left, we had to clean. Mahogany walked out of the room from cleaning it right when they opened the door.
Wow. She busted her hump.
Yeah, she busted her hump. But that's what I was going to say. Be careful doing that. Like, you can tell people, but see, my check-in's at 4. So what I do is you check out at 12, but if they ask for extra time, I always say, we got another booking, only because we have Instant Book on. So then that gives us that 4-hour window. Plus, now we have our cleaner just come across the street.
Plus,
know
you
what I
could
mean?
say, hey, you could stay a half hour at max. You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
give
yeah.
them a little bit of
Yeah, a
buffer.
little bit of time.
Not
but I
till
always,
2 or 3.
Yeah. But I always tell them, because I always tell people, be careful if you have instant book on and you're not blocking the day after and the day before. Because
Okay.
because remember, you can always cancel an instant book, only 3 of them. But I personally don't know what is the effect of you canceling an instant book, because even like Peter Bayheath was saying, it's certain things that Airbnb can do to affect your listing and where you're listed at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if canceled instant book affects you, but but Peter Bayhouth's a superhost again now. They gave him his superhost back.
Right.
He lost 500,000 views from losing his superhost status. Yeah. So kind of be careful, but a few extra minutes that won't hurt.
Well,
And you said you didn't hear from your guests from the time of check-in till
they checked out. Yeah. And I was kind of, I was, wanted to hear from them.
This is what I do. After 24 hours, the day after they've checked in, send them an email or a text, just be like, hey, just wanted to make sure you checked in and everything's cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I always
Okay.
do that.
That's
I
a good
always do
idea.
that. Yeah.
I didn't want to be overbearing. I didn't want to
Yeah,
bother.
no bear.
Okay, that's cool. That's a good tip.
Yeah, I always do right at 24 hours, if they checked in, it's like, hey, just want to make sure you checked in and everything was going well. Most of the time, they'll either won't respond to be like, oh, man, I love the place. And then they'll give you a review. Have you got any reviews yet?
That first guest, yeah, because this is the
There you
second
go.
guest right now is there right now, so they haven't left yet to leave a review. So the first guest, they left a 5-star review.
There you go.
Said they would do it. They would rent it again. Great, thanks for the suggestions, and place was clean and great and all this stuff. So that's the glowing review.
There you go.
And and for those guests, this is my first guest. I'm all excited. So I got the house all ready for him and everything. And I went ahead and I got because I had mentioned there's a taqueria, a taco place, right? Authentic tacos right down the road. You could walk there from my house.
I know where it is.
And Burritos Locos. And what's up, Burritos Locos? Give me a free taco. And so anyways, I put that when I was talking to them. I said, hey, by the way, there's a cool place. If you're looking for a spot to go this weekend, Burritos Locos on the weekends, with purchase of food, which the food is delicious, you get free beer. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they give free beer and free margaritas on Sundays all day. And I was like, I know it's crazy. And how the heck do they do that? They probably buy a big old keg. I don't know. But anyways,
Sunday bootleggers.
They were like, yeah. And they were like, free beer. Whoa. They said they wrote me back on, it was on the either email or, I don't know, might have been emailing back and forth. But anyways, they're like, oh, cool, free beer, So I was like, oh, these guys like beer, and then they wanted to come meet it because they were old college buddies, right? Oh, not old, but they were young dudes, but still they were college buddies. One lived in El Paso, one lived in Bossier City, so they wanted to meet in the middle and then do a little foodie thing because they always love going to interesting restaurants and this and that, and free beer, that got their interest, and so I was at the store getting all the ins and outs, the final things, a little they need a pizza cutter just in case they have pizza. I'll throw a pizza cutter, this and that, can opener, and I'll buy him a nice 6-pack of beer. I bought him some Fat Tire beers, which is a pretty good beer, a higher end beer. It was like $7 for the 6-pack or $7 or $8, and I bought him some snacks, and Target's a great place to go, by the way, because they got their Target brand snacks that it doesn't look all ghetto cheap snacks. It looks like Target brand, It's not like good. What was the Walmart one called?
No.
Good value.
Yeah, there you go.
It looks ghetto. You had a good value treats, you cheap ass.
Good value
and
treats.
So, but Target does it up nice, and it's still cheap treats, at Target, and they look at real nice packaging and everything, like it's a high end something. But anyways, so I put some snacks there for them, and I had the cold beers, and I got a thank you card, and
Nice.
99-cent thank you card. I wrote in there, thanks for being our first guest. This, I hope everything goes good. I hope y'all like the place, and there's some cold beers in the fridge, some cold waters in the fridge, for y'all, and some snacks on the table over there. Compliments of the house,
Yeah.
And so the little touches, man. It cost me probably $10 to do that, right? But just spending that $10, 5-star review, boom, boom, boom.
Easy.
They loved the place, and I was like, cool, man.
Yeah, easy, man. It's just a matter of catering to people, man.
And that's
They
the
see that?
hospitality thing.
Exactly. That's all they're looking for. So, when your guests are checking in, Like, do you send them like a welcome text, like, or not even a text? Because I actually want to touch on this with Charles too. Do you send them like a welcome text or communication through the app?
Through the app, after the app we started communicating via email. So I sent them I guess I made it like a, here's the house, here's the rooms, here's the TV, how you operate it, and I just sent them like a whole long list of stuff.
See,
and
because that Charles got me to thinking, because me and my wife were just discussing this. It's crazy that he talked about it. He goes, man, always communicate through the app, because whenever guests check in, we send them a text with both me and my wife's information on it. And then we started noticing some people just don't text back, and they'll text at the end of the trip because we always check on them 24 hours after. And then I'm like, he made a good point. He goes, well, if they make any complaints, at least if it's on the app, you got proof, which I've been able to send them stuff through whatever. I've screenshot stuff. Right. And I was thinking about that. I'm like, man, it's a good point. So that's why I wanted to automate everything so Airbnb automatically sends stuff.
And I noticed something too, like you say, doing that. That's a good way to communicate. Great way to communicate, because at first when you're talking to a potential guest, it blocks out email, it blocks out phone numbers and this and that. But once they book, all that stuff goes through on the app, right? Yeah. Because I sent them my phone number, my email through the app, and they got it, and they sent me their phone number, everything through the app. I was like, I guess something goes off and it allows all that stuff after they book. And so that was pretty, that's interesting. That's interesting. I might have to do that.
Yeah, because I've always communicated through the text, so I think I'm going to start doing that. Plus, if I can set up automated messages, make money while sitting on your behind, man. I'm serious. Because that's what I want to get.
Can you do that on Airbnb?
Yeah.
Set up automated messages?
This is my thing. You can do saved messages, but then there's third-party apps like Guesty. I heard was one, but we heard from Charles last week that they're changing passwords and payout methods, so we're not going to promote them. Viva IQ doesn't seem to work on my end, so I'm going to...
Jasper uses Viva IQ. That's my Jasper impersonation, Jasper.
Smart B&B, I heard. I'm going to look them up tonight. If I can get something to where I can, because I have too many listings to go through one by one, but if I can get Smart B&B up, I'm down to go. You know what I mean? I just need an automatic system where I can boom, boom, send them out, and then 24 hours later, you know what I mean? Things like that.
Yeah.
That's right. My whole point right now, because I'm getting way too many listings up right now. My whole point right now.
You have a ton of listings.
Yeah, I've had 20 in the last week, so I'm up to 182.
See, but that's what on the last show you were like, your numbers look low, but you have so dang many,
Yeah, it keeps
of course,
going
if
up.
you have one property, it's gonna look a higher percentage. But you have 140 listings, or whatever.
So right now, I'm trying to get to a point where I can automate it, and once I get everything automated, I can just I just want my whole goal to be to list listings, schedule cleaners, and things like that. Once I get to that point, and then once I can start subcontracting all that out, I can take that month out on the beach, man.
Yeah. And plus you can go focus on hunting on grabbing the next property and not having to be bogged down with having to like help out guests and stuff like that. You know, you can have somebody for that, somebody to flip the house, somebody to clean it and check in the new people, stuff like that.
Exactly.
You can do the big picture stuff and accumulating more properties, jumping on those.
Wealth bandwagon, man.
The Wealth Bandwagon. I dig that. That should be a segment. Too bad we don't have segments on this show.
Yeah, the Wealth Bandwagon.
Man, another question I was going to ask, and I'll go ahead and ask you.
Go ahead.
Okay. Let me see. I put it. Okay. And I was wondering. Thank you, babe. I was wondering. My wife just poured me a beer. She's the best wife ever. I had bought these Bud Lights, right? And I was like, oh, it's a freaking good deal. You know, I get 18 of these for like $12 or something. I don't know what the exact price is. This is cheap. And I get home, I open the box. They're freaking mini Bud Lights, the little.
Gave you the can.
So she just poured me a beer, and it's not even like halfway. So I was like, Anyways, the question I was gonna ask. No, it's not your fault, babe. And the question I was gonna ask was, the big question, which I think would be a good segment of the show if we start asking our guests, is what are the top 3 things that you should have in your Airbnb? and it could, and it could evolve to the top 5 or top, whatever. But we'll start off with 3. The top 3 most important things to have in your Airbnb.
Ooh. A bed.
well, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. Go ahead, do your thing, and then we'll recalibrate.
Do you mean like top 3 amenities, like extras?
Let's do that, because let's assume everybody has. Okay, well, that could be a caveat, because you said a bed, but you can go into deeper to that one, because like you just throw a twin size bed, boom, you're done. I got a bed.
I think what I see what you're saying. I think you're kind of going for like an amenity or an extra, right?
Yeah, something like that.
It depends on what your space is. Let's just say for entire place, right?
Let's say entire spot, yeah.
A must-have. This is a good one. We always got a review for it when we had our condo. Get those little packets that have a small toothpaste and a toothbrush in them. They're like 30 cents. You can get those and put them in there because people forget their toothbrush and put them in like a little thing, like one of those little round things on your on your counter. And people love those. They're like, "Oh man, I forgot my toothbrush," but they have the little toothbrush thing.
Like when you go to the dentist, they have those.
Yeah, you can buy them out the store, or you can buy them in bulk on Amazon.
Good idea. My wife told me something about that. I was like,
Oh yeah, they people, because you have to always think of what are things that the guests might forget.
Yes.
Yeah. Shampoo. Shampoo's a big one. Shampoo and body wash. We did the little cheap hotel soaps, but it worked. People liked it. Hair dryer. A lot of people forget a hair dryer.
I need to get one of those.
Yeah, get a hair dryer.
Actually, I did order. No, I thought I ordered one on Amazon. I don't know. I ordered some stuff on Amazon.
Yeah, hair dryer.
The hair dryer is a good one.
Hair dryer, the toothpaste things, and what else did I say?
Oh, shampoo. Oh, shampoo. Yeah, I said shampoo.
It's a few things you can throw in there. Now that's for an entire place.
Right.
Make sure you have comfortable sheets, whatever, hangers in your closets.
Okay, I got that.
Now, on a private room, if you're doing a private room, make sure you have. These are real big important ones. You have to treat your private room like a hotel room because remember your selling point on your private room is they can use the kitchen because the kitchen is what the hotel doesn't have.
Right.
So make sure you have a refrigerator, microwave, and one of the big ones that a guest sat down actually with us at the table and said what I loved about it is you guys have air purifiers in your rooms. The ones you can just flip on and it purifies all the air. She's like, I love that. I can tell the room's always fresh.
Nice.
Yeah, that was another one, an air purifier. Another good thing is go through Airbnb's listings of stuff you have and don't have and check all those and look at stuff you don't have and consider adding it. Like one of them was the EV charger. They're really starting to pop up a lot. I didn't know that.
EV charger?
Electric vehicle charger.
Oh,
they're popping up.
Wow! That's a big selling point.
Yeah, this weekend you called me. You called me, and I was in. I was in Texarkana last weekend. You called me, and I was in Texarkana, and you were asking something about Airbnb, and when I was talking to you on the phone, I looked over and I seen all these little Tesla electric vehicle chargers just sitting there. I'm like, damn, those electric vehicles are coming because it was like a whole 15 of them just sitting there. Like you could just pull up, charge your car. And I noticed Airbnb has it on their app, on that one of the checklists. Do you have an electric vehicle charger? That's pretty. I was like, dang,
that's cool.
Wonder.
That's next level.
Yeah, that's next level. Because I'm like, but at the same time, like we live in DFW. When I've been driving around lately, I've been seeing a lot of Teslas, a lot of electric Teslas on the road. I don't know if you've noticed it yet. It's a lot of them out there.
Wow. Yeah, because they came out with the more affordable model, right?
Yeah.
The $30,000 model.
Yeah. So
for a minute there was just $100,000 model, right?
Yeah.
Now it's
Yeah, so when I saw that, I'm like, oh, electric vehicle charger. I'm like, dang. But I wonder how much one of those costs because I'm not really familiar with how much they cost.
I'm not sure at all.
Yeah, so they're coming. But, private rooms, make sure you have a TV, clean towels, sheets, all that good stuff. I can't tell you our secret because everyone's going to start doing it. Our secret, of course, is the tapestries. That always hits the
The
room.
tapestries.
Yeah, people
yes,
love those
Yes,
tapestries.
I need one of. I need one of those.
Yeah, get one. We just put one up in our last room.
It makes it cool. Put some Christmas lights on there too.
Yeah, Christmas
Yeah.
lights. Yeah, Mahogany's good with the tapestry. She's the tapestry queen.
Nice, the tapestry queen. That's
Yeah.
cool.
But it really just depends what type of room you have, man. The top 3 things. It's a lot of things you can get.
There's a lot of things. Yeah.
Steal them off people's listing. That's what I do.
So I guess the top 3 things would be bed, TV, and a dresser. Maybe, I don't know.
TV.
Okay. Okay. Where do like my buddy was asking? Wow. The one at work, I remember I told you about. He started getting a little excited. But I don't know, where do I go to look at how to do this? You know, what do I kind of like? I guess that's a good question, because I'm sure a lot of people like they hear about it, they think about it, but like, where do they go? Hey, go to our website, go to our go to our podcast, or there's a ton of podcasts out there, but this is like us. We started listening to podcasts and learn, but like that's where do I go to learn how to do this? You know, and I said, well, me and my buddy will help you out if you need any questions or whatever.
Send them to Mahogany.
And yeah, I forgot about that. I said, we can find someone go in there, do it for you, you know, for a fee. And yeah.
You can hit that under the for a fee.
Well, I do it for free. And so yeah, but that is an honest question that people ask. How do I start? And then a lot of people, maybe let's say older, you know, generation, don't know how to download an app to their phone, don't know how to do all that, because there is a lot of work, moving parts.
Yeah, it is.
I've learned that. I've got frustrated a little bit by it, you know, and I'm fairly tech savvy. Yeah. But yeah, I've got a little. Well, shoot, I got to do this. I got to write this. And it's kind of a lot. So I could see a lot of people, especially older group, you know, giving up, saying, "Oh, I don't know. Here, take this phone away from me." You know.
Well, I mean, the best way is kind of start with your own. Well, let me just kind of tell my story. Like, pretty much a guy told me about Airbnb. I started figuring out, listening to it. I'm a big real estate guy, and I'm always trying to make a profit. And I was looking for a property at the time, and I'm looking for this property, and I'm like, and he starts telling me the numbers on Airbnb, and I'm like, dang, if I can get a cheap property, I can go ahead and make a big amount of money. You know what I mean? So I started looking at condos. But what I did was before I started buying a condo, I was like, okay, how do I want my Airbnb to work, and how do I work this thing? So what I did was, like people say, go to AirDNA and all that crap. I didn't do none of that. I just went straight to Airbnb, started looking at full places and what they got in them. And I'm like, dang, well, this house is like this amount of square feet. I would need this much furniture. So I'm like, I wonder how about I just go get a small place and see if I can do the same thing? And I could. So I just really, man, just scour Airbnb, man. Just go to places near you, look at their listings, how much they price for the night, what do they have in there. Try to look at how long they've been doing it. Sometimes you can hit up a host. Me personally, I hate people hitting me up through the app. Don't do that. That pisses me off because I think it's money. Then my expectations are high, and you're coming down here.
You drop me. Then I never hear from you again.
Yeah, but just really scour it, man. Just scour Airbnb. Like I hear a lot of people getting on the forums and asking questions. That's good. It gives you a vote of confidence, man. But just do that due diligence yourself. Like if you're doing a flip or if you're a wholesaler, you do due diligence on your work. Just go look it up on Airbnb, man. Just scour, write down stuff, man. I had a whole list of notes. So then, like, me and my wife put all the time into researching it. So by the time we started it, boom, it was a hit. You know what I mean?
Right.
We had done, because like the very first guest at our condo, they're like, you had everything in there that we needed. We didn't have to go anywhere for anything.
Right,
and we're like, dang, yeah, we did. We did a good job because we were just looking online. But that toothpaste thing, that was something Mahogany added. She's like, what if people forget their toothbrush? I'm like,
toothbrush.
You're right, because most of the time you go to a hotel, that's something you forget.
That's a great idea. I'll steal that idea.
Yeah. Do it, man. Yeah, because like they come in like, I don't know where Mahogany gets them. I think they may be Target. She gets them in their little packages. Yeah. They have a little small Colgate thing in them. Man, go.
One thing you might suggest, it was something that just crossed my mind that you might be able to suggest to Mahogany, and take it or leave it, whatever. But like these guests, these someone like that, my friend. Hey, what do I do? How do I get started? Whatever. Okay. Hey, talk to my friend. Talk to my friend Mahogany. She'll walk you through it. Whatever. So I thought of something when you were saying that, you're gonna go. You're asking this new guy to go research Airbnb, which he's never used, and it might be good at it. He might not be good at it. He might not know how to do the filters right, whatever.
Yeah.
But she could already have like a few, like 5 to 10 that, okay, what do you want your spot to look like? You want it to look like this place, this place, this place, this place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that one looks like we could do something like that. Okay, let's click on it. All right, they charge about $70 a night. This is what they have. This is what you'll need to get. Boom. And when people see it, they'll be like, okay, and start clicking in their head a little bit. When you're just throwing numbers and throwing things that they got to get, it's kind of overwhelming. But when you have that to show, she has these 5 or 10 whatever properties to throw by them, that's about the same square footage as theirs, and that has amenities similar that they want to do, and then the same kind of furniture, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get them a visual, and they're like, okay, let's do this one, and she can just follow that roadmap. Okay, we'll get it similar to this one. It might not be perfectly like this one. We'll get it similar to this one, and you'll know about what price range. This is in your area. This is about what price range you could charge. This is what you could expect. I don't know.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, because me personally, I used to tell you either, because you go to Mahogany, she's going to charge you. It's a small fee, consultation fee. It's just a small fee. And she'll give you the whole full rundown. But having that's a good idea. We're definitely adding that to the consulting notes. But go ahead.
No, I was going to say, one thing that I did notice and this is the second guest, someone booked just tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I told you they booked 5 days, man. I'm like, dang. And so this was the second person that did it. But the first person that did it, the ones coming to stay this coming up weekend.
Yeah.
They said, oh, we saw, they instant booked, and they wrote me a message too, and they said, hey, we saw your place, and it's really cool, and thank you. You kind of saved us because the people just canceled this week. They canceled our booking, and so we needed a spot, and we found yours, and we're just grateful we found it. And I was like, oh, cool, man. I'm glad you're staying. Blah blah blah. If you need anything, let me know. And this same person right here, the same thing is she's coming in like a week and a half, and she's like, oh yeah, we were bummed out because they canceled on us, and so we didn't have a spot. We saw yours, and we went ahead and booked it. And I was like, oh, well, that's great. I'm glad you can. Like, man, that must be like I'm just in this game for a little bit, but that's already twice that happens to people.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? Yeah.
Airbnb's called me when someone's canceled and sent someone to me.
Your super host.
Yeah. And it happens a lot. I don't know why people cancel. It could be something wrong with their unit or something like that. Yeah. But I haven't had too many people say that they've been canceled on.
This is 2 like right away in 1 week that I've been told too. So that's.
Because you have an entire place.
Right.
So I think more people are likely to cancel, like hosts or cancel on an entire place if something ain't ready.
Huh? Yeah.
I don't know if that would be it, but I definitely see, yeah. Because
the first dude said it because they ended up selling the house and they canceled. So I was like.
And I hear a lot of people like, man, if you're selling your house, you should know to take your Airbnb down, man. Like, what is that?
Oh, but even Jasper, the pro of all pros, he did the 3 months out thing, but he forgot that it moves a day every day. It moves forward, and he said he got bookings that he didn't mean to get. Whatever. Yeah. And so it happens to the best of them, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And they end up getting double booked or whatever the heck happened. I don't know.
You can always manual your calendar. Like, just do a dates unavailable by default. That's what I do on my timeshares, and I just open up what dates I want open.
Now, how far out do you go? Do you just go 3 months, or you go farther?
For my timeshare, I do 3 months. For my everything else, I just whenever.
Forever, infinity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'll get people. The good thing about that, especially on VRBO, you get people booking way down the line for a high rate. You know what I mean? That's one good thing about VRBO.
Yeah.
Like that lady, hers is pretty quick. That one we had, the big, huge payout. But, that's what I'm telling you, man. You got to get on VRBO. You are on VRBO, right?
I'm on there.
I could have just sent her your listing.
Yeah.
No, because she might have booked it. She might have been like, hey, I'll take it. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, I had bookings all the way through December. She wanted something from November to...
Are your calendars linked?
Yes, they are.
Okay,
yes, they
good,
are.
man.
Yes, they are. Thank goodness.
Yeah, you don't want to be that
and I did it like I made sure I went back and forth. Okay. Import, export. Okay. Yeah. I did imported both and exported both. I made sure, and then I could see, you could see the ghosts of Airbnb on the VRBO and
Vice versa.
there's none on there. No one's booked through VRBO yet.
Yeah,
So I
there
don't
you
see
go.
the ghosts of VRBO on my Airbnb. And so I made sure. I was like, I don't want to. Yeah, I was paranoid, dude. I don't want to put it like available yet. I can't do it. I gotta make sure.
Yeah.
So, but I did I go off on a tangent on VRBO yet?
Go ahead and go
I'll
off
give you a
of it.
taste. And I was oh Lord, and it was okay. And this is what I said. Okay, Myka, I'm gonna tell you because you know we do a show together, right? And you want me to be successful. I want you to have, I see all the success you're doing. Of course, I want you to be successful. We have a great show. If we sucked at Airbnb, this would be a crappy show, right? and so I love hearing your stories and you're inspiring and you do this and that. But I'm a baby in the Airbnb world, man. And I just started and I'm like, okay, I got it. I got the pictures. I'm doing pictures. I got it all set up, you know, busting my hump to get this place. Now, I finally got it on Airbnb. This is so cool, you know. And I'm ready to do the, you know, get people in there. And what do I do? Get them snacks. I'm thinking all these things, right? And you're like, dude, you got to get it on VRBO, man. You got to get it on Craigslist, man. And this and that. And I'm like, okay. I started opening up a VRBO account, and I started, you know, after all this other stuff, I'm already getting bookings and like, oh crap. And I was trying to get this, and I stayed up all night one night trying to get the freaking VRBO. I was on my laptop too. I'm like, okay, laptop would be easier. Freak no, man. I'm trying to email those pictures to myself, and then so I save on my computer, and I just slide them over to VRBO. Sorry. We can't take that picture. Sorry. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with these pictures, man?
Check this out. There's one thing, because that's what everyone hates about VRBO is the pictures. There's a website called batchedimages.com. Just all you got to do is pull all your pictures off Airbnb, put them in a folder, go to like batchedimageresizeimage.com.
Yeah.
Upload all your pictures. They'll resize them for VRBO in a JPEG. Download them back to your computer. Put them in a folder called VRBO. Upload them all. Matter of seconds, you're uploaded.
Done. I wish I would have known that.
Yeah, I did. If you would have texted me saying about the photos, I would have sent you that link.
I just texted you saying F Airbnb,
VRBO.
Like, I hate this site.
Yeah, I didn't know for what reason, but keep going, man.
But anyway, so I'm over here all freaking night, you know, after trial and error, and I finally read what the heck it's saying. Oh, I got to resize these things, man. I had to do this crap since computer programming in freaking college. How to resize a picture? I'm sitting here trying to resize all the, you know, has to be a 1,000 pixels by 2,000 pixels. It has to be a certain amount. Resizing every single picture, putting it up on their website, resizing, putting it up. I mean, it was like a pain in the butt, dude. Yeah. And I'm working, trying to figure out their calendar, trying to figure out the pricing. I told you I linked it to that Beyond Price. Finally, after I got everything done, it was freaking pain in the butt, dude. It's not user friendly at all. I don't think any old person could. I'm sorry, no offense to old people, but I don't think any old person can figure out VRBO. Start them with Airbnb, dude, because it's so freaking easy. And so after all that, then I try to link it to the Beyond Pricing, and then on Beyond Pricing it shows, okay, here's all your prices for the HomeAway VRBO site, you know, your app. And they look good. Okay, they're a little higher than Airbnb because Airbnb charges only 3%, but VRBO charges 8%. So I put it higher.
A little higher.
That's a lot higher.
Okay, I was going to say.
That's almost triple. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, me too.
So I raised the prices and I did that and set it up like I wanted it to just be set up. And I'm at work and I'm looking at my VR. I don't even think about VRBO. It's on the last page of my apps on my phone, right? And that's how much respect I have for VRBO. Sorry, VRBO. You might come through for me one day and I'll be singing your praises. But right now you're pissing me off. And so on the pricing on VRBO, it's like I don't know. It's all this. They have every single day at $80. And that was like the base price that I put on there when I very first, just to have a price, you know. And it, according to my app, it's not linking up to Beyond Pricing for some freaking reason. So I don't know. It's another thing I got to go in there and investigate. You're here tonight.Maybe you can show me what the heck's going on. Okay. But Beyond Pricing says everything's correct. Yeah, it's a green light. The green light's on. It's synced, whatever. Just like the Airbnb.
I don't know, man. Well, I don't know. I don't really look at the calendar like that. But the only reason I'll know it's working is because I'll get a huge payout coming, and I'll be like, "Dang, that's on VRBO." I'll have to check it out. I don't really do daily, but also to keep track of all your things, create you this right here called property management. Have everything right there. TripAdvisor,
nice.
VRBO, Airbnb, Zillow, like my Zillow rental manager. I have that on there. I list. Oh yeah, that's a good place to list your spot too.
On Zillow?
Zillow rental manager, and just it'll let you tell you that it's furnished.
Uh-huh.
You can up the price. Yeah, I've had a few people hit me up through Zillow.
Dang.
Yeah.
Do you always send them through your Airbnb app? Through the Airbnb website?
Not for corporate rentals, because
Okay,
I only do
corporate's
my
different,
corporate
yeah.
rentals through Zillow.
Oh, okay.
Through corporate,
Okay.
I just have them meet me at the spot, because Zillow will give them your address if you allow them to, and they'll just meet you at the spot, sign a lease.
Cool, but you still had the same lady for a long time now, right?
Mhm. Yep.
Okay, so you met her on Zillow?
Who did I have through Zillow? No, I haven't had anyone through Zillow because I'm always booked.
Okay, okay.
My tenant checks out next month on the 18th. And then I only got 2 weeks to get the place clean. Then I have someone staying for 4 months. Yeah.
That's some sitting on your butt money right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Corporate rentals is the way to go,
It's a
man.
beautiful thing.
Yeah.
One guy, the guy that's staying there this week, right?
Mhm.
He's like, oh, that was another thing because my first guest left on that Sunday,
Mhm.
and so I was like, okay, I went there. He checked out whatever 12:30. Like he wanted to stay a little extra. Like I said, it was cool, no problem. We went over there later in the day and grabbed the sheets off the bed. I took them back to my wife. I took them back to the house, and I had to work the next day, so I go to work. Yeah, I told you, right? I kind of told. Did I tell the story in this show or in the last show?
Think about it, last one. Keep going.
We'll rehash it real quickly.
Yeah.
And so, and this guy booked it right immediately. That's why I had to get my wife to get over there, get the sheets on, get the stuff at Ross and blah, blah, blah. And so, but he said he's in town this week for business.
Mhm.
And so I was like, well, shoot. I didn't even really, I guess it crossed my mind, but I haven't really set up. I mean, I got this I had this little bitty desk, right?
Mhm.
And I had this art desk, it's the art house, but I got to be flexible. And I had been looking for a computer desk and on Facebook Marketplace and this and that. I just hadn't had time, man, going through moving and changing house and all that stuff. And, but it was like, when did I put? Oh, it was that Sunday because my buddy from Argentina flew in. That's right. It was that Sunday. I was gonna go get those sheets, right?
Mhm.
And I was driving down Hurstview over there close to my house, and this guy had put out this really, really nice, like looking brand new looking computer desk out front to just whoever wants to come and get it or it's gonna throw away or whatever.
Mhm.
And I was like, whoa! I just picked up my buddy from the airport, and I circled back, and I was like, oh crap! I gotta grab this. This is nice, And I'm in the Trailblazer, so I'm in my truck, and my truck is easy, just throw it in there, whatever.
Yeah.
I had to move stuff around. I had to move the baby stuff around, fold the seats down, and I'm like, this guy came out, hey, do you need any help? And I was like, oh, you giving this away? Or yeah, you take it, man. I got another piece for it over here, and this really nice desk, dude, computer desk, and I put it. I somehow managed to get it all into the Trailblazer, closed the door. But luckily, I was right down the road. Got there, threw it in the garage, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna grab the sheets. We're gonna go. And so, but that next day, that Monday, and that guy booked. I only had an hour. I was like, oh crap. I thought I only had an hour, but he didn't get there till 10. So I told my wife, okay, this is the game plan. I'm gonna get there after work. I'm gonna be there at 7, and she already did everything, so it was cool. I was like, I want to put that desk together so that guy will have something to work on. And there was a few spots where he had tape and it left some tape residue, so she scrubbed those off real good, and this thing looked brand spanking new, dude.
Yeah.
And it's a nice computer desk, and it fit right in the art room. I put a chair there. I was like, man,
That is a must-have.
yes,
A desk. That's a must-have. Because I put those in all my private rooms. A desk.
right?
Yeah, I forget that. Yeah, desk is a must-have, especially now because people are bringing laptops, man. They want because, like I said, if you go through Airbnb, one of the check marks, do you have a laptop-friendly workspace? And I always, that's another good one. I always forget. Yeah, desk. I have them in all my private rooms. I put a desk in there.
Right. And I just need to do a couple more things to get it business ready. I think business ready meant it has to have a blow dryer too, or there was a couple
No,
ironing board. It had to have an ironing board.
Really?
An ironing board is part of business ready. Yeah. An iron
my
and ironing
condo's
board.
business ready.
You don't have an
Yeah,
iron.
I do have an iron board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
It was a weird thing. Hangers. You had to have hangers.
You have to have 3 reviews to do that, right?
Do you?
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah, to be
to get it
business travel ready.
Business
Yeah, 'cause
travel ready.
I
Okay.
can't make my upstairs business travel ready yet. I have to have 3 reviews. Hopefully, this lady who just left last weekend, she gives me a good review.
Good review.
Yeah, she
Okay.
said she loved it though.
Sweet.
There was like 6 of them up there. They actually liked it because they're like, dang, we get our whole living room. Each of us get our own private room, and then we can come out here in the living room and kick it.
It's a hostel, bro.
Yeah, it was cool, because the whole upstairs. That's the good thing about the whole upstairs is, and I told them, hey, you get your own refrigerator. Like you pretty much get 4 refrigerators. Then your whole kitchen, the entire upstairs is yours. You're up there just kind of kicking it. You know what I mean? So
That's cool.
they liked it. Yeah,
That's
they liked
cool.
it.
I need to get you on that Set TV thing, by the way.
What is that?
Set TV. Remember, we spoke about it in a few podcasts
yeah,
ago.
yeah. I might have to check that out.
$20 a month. Anyways, yeah, man. So, I got people in there.
Mm-hmm.
I got this whole month pretty much booked up, and it's been going great, dude. Yeah, I'm happy.
Whole
I'm
month.
happy. Lupita's the cool thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Lupita, she went in there, helped me a lot. Changed out the sheets, bought the stuff, got it going, had it cleaned out, and then she's like, you know what? I love doing this. And I'm like, I love doing this too. And she's getting all excited about it. She loved to fix it up and decoration ideas, and like, wow, that's so important, to have a spouse on board.
Yeah, it is.
We both have a spouse.
Our wives do run our Airbnbs. We just push the accept buttons. No, but also that tip Mahogany gave you, that is a tip for all Airbnb users. After you wash your comforter sheets and all that, get some Febreze fabric spray it on everything, and then let it settle. Especially if you're changing everything out real quick, let it settle. So when they lay down, man, it smells so good, man. People love that. They're like, "What do you put on your sheets?" They're like, "Yeah, it's a secret. It's just fabric Febreze spray." So yeah.
Real quick before we head out, because we're pushing the clock. And real quick, the stuff left behind. I'm gonna go. I'll say it first, And I texted you guys right away. Yeah. I was excited. I was like, oh crap! He left me a bottle of Tennessee whiskey. Mm-hmm. My baby's over there. Hey, baby love. And he left me a bottle of Tennessee honey whiskey, the Jack Daniels. I was like, dang. And it was like, they barely drink any of it,
Really?
Or they drink maybe a quarter, a little less than a quarter. And by seeing in the trash can, they were only there 2 nights. By seeing in the trash can, a whole bottle of Bacardi was gone. So I guess that was their plan to get into the Jack, but they must have already drank too much. But anyways, they left it behind for me. Maybe he didn't want to make a long drive back to Louisiana with the open container, whatever that had been drank out of. And so he left it there, and he actually bought, I guess they bought some replacement snacks that I had bought for them, and set it behind I was like, dang, I sent you a picture. I was like, score. And then Mahogany's like, oh, yo, save that for me. That's my tip. I was like, of course. And so, that stuff left behind. They left shampoo, of course, in there. So I was like, oh, shampoo and booze. A prelude to our next interview coming up. And yes, so real quick, some cool stuff that's been left behind.
Oh man, I had whole pizzas, liquor, pizzas, shampoo, draws. I had some of everything left behind, man. Some cool things. Oh man, sodas. Like in my private rooms, usually mainly it's sodas, man, because they'll leave stuff in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
I've had those little Betty Crocker meals left behind. Yeah. They'll put them in the freezer in the room and just don't take them out.
Nice.
So yeah, you get all types of stuff left behind, man.
And a big you're welcome to you guys. I got y'all hooked up with some pay from Airbnb.
Oh yeah, man, Steve. So the funny thing about that was, we pretty much invited Steve to be a host on Airbnb, and Airbnb's like, if you invite this host, you get $100, right? So
if they book or something,
if they have to stay, because after they booked, Steve hit us up. He goes, "Hey, did Airbnb send you that money?" And we're like, "No," but then I'm like, "Okay, maybe he has to check in or check out." Yeah. So as soon as he checked out, we got a little, we got a notification. Hey, Steven Suarez and Lupita have left you, you have a promotional offer from Steven Suarez and Lupita, and it was $150. It hit my account the next day. I'm like, because me and Mahogany were like, hey, if Airbnb doesn't give us money, we're going to talk about it on the podcast.
So why was it $150 if it was only supposed to be $100?
I don't know. They gave me $150. So we're like, oh, we'll take it.
You're not going to question it, huh?
Nope.
That's cool.
Yeah, because we're like, but I don't know. I guess because we've referred other people, but I don't think they've booked yet.
Now what is the, is it a travel credit or is it actually money?
No, it's actually money.
Wow.
$150. So
Whoa,
and
I'm
plus,
gonna refer everybody.
yeah. So we got like a $200 credit coming too. So we have a $200 travel credit already with Airbnb. So we were trying to find somewhere to go.
Go to Hawaii.
Yeah, we have timeshares there though.
Oh.
We want to go somewhere we don't have no timeshare.
Can you use you? I thought it's hard to use them though in Hawaii.
Well, yeah, I guess it is. Well, no, not really.
No,
Because we can like book it a year in advance.
I'm gonna be talking to you about getting a place in Hawaii then with me and my wife.
Yeah. I can get you hooked up. But yeah, Hawaii. I might use it. I guess I could use it in Hawaii just to have that Airbnb. Plus, it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
man.
Yeah, you'll keep us posted.
Yeah.
Well, good show as always, man. I love
Yeah.
this. I love this little podcast. I love. Oh, now we're talking on a different wavelength because I'm in the
Yeah.
Airbnb. I'm in the game.
Don't worry.
I'm not a spectator. I'm in the game.
January 1st, when we have our podcast, first of the year, Steve will be telling you that he's a super host. So just keep your ear out for it. It's coming.
Knock on wood, man.
You're coming. You're ready, man. You got it.
I
You got your place
this.
clean.
I got. That's true. Keep it clean.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, good show, bro. Got a
Yes,
handshake
sir.
going on again, and
Hit us up, 469-300-9100. We've been getting a few texts coming in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for texting us.
real quick, what was that dude that left the phone number? He said FHOAs. I got a way to get around it. Who was that guy?
Oh, that was on YouTube.
Yeah,
he
it
was
was
on the
on YouTube.
channel. We gotta call that guy. we gotta call that guy.
We'll call him on the next show.
Yeah, we end up calling him. He might be like some guy's pitch selling something. I don't know. No, but we'll call that guy. We should call him on the next show. Like,
Okay,
hey, man,
cool.
you're on. Just like call him. Hey, you're on Live Let Thrive, man. Go ahead, let it out. What
Let
do you?
it out. Oh man, bleep bleep bleep.
No, but
bleep.
I hear people asking that. So if he has a way to get around HOAs, I'm all for it because I'm about to my condo's going right back on Airbnb if he does. So, well, nah, I'm gonna stay corporate.
Stay corporate.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, good show. We got a lot of stuff to talk about next week as well.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't even touch any of these topics. That's how we do this show. We just
Yes,
freestyle.
sir.
And we're gonna do hopefully an interview next week with Shampoo and Booze.
A big interview.
Yeah,
that's a
check
big
out if y'all are out there listening to our cast. Check out Shampoo and Booze. That's a really good podcast about Airbnb. Check out their podcast. It's great. A lot of great tips, and they're gonna be on our show next week. So boom.
Yeah. Pay attention. Look out for that. Oh, go to liveletthrive.com. Check us out. Also, please leave us a review on iTunes. Rate us, review us, give us 5 stars.
Yeah, do it. liveletthrive@gmail.com. Send us a message too.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Peace.
Love y'all. Peace out.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Live, Let, Thrive. Be sure to tune in next week for all the latest in the world of Airbnb and all that entails. Bye-bye.